Hey guys, let me just alright. Hey guys, it's me, Nixicor. For those who are watching the video, this video is something I wanted to do a long time ago. A couple of hours ago, I did a Dead by Daylight stream, like usual. And funny, cause a couple of days ago and yesterday, in general, I was thinking, I kept seeing these Silent Hill 2, and if you guys don't know, I have played, well, I have watched at the very least the full story of Silent Hill 1, but I haven't watched the second one. But I did watch it from, well, I didn't watch it, but I've heard some good shit and some bad shit. But anyway, I'll get straight right to it. So I keep seeing these Silent Hill 2 remake is good, but like I don't know. I feel like the original was really great. And then I watched this video where the guy said Silent Hill 2 remake can't work. I was like, whoa, what? And then I started thinking, no, actually, it, you're right. You're right. It can't work. Just like Resident Evil 0 or Resident Evil 1, for some reason, Capcom is not remaking them. The same reason, which is this one. Because they're scared of success. They're scared that the game will fail. And so, this is where my point comes in. I think you're right. Silent Hill 2 will not happen. No, it will happen, but it will fail. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Silent Hill fan. You guys know how much on Dead by Daylight I have played multiple times, both Pyramid Head and Cheryl. Just so you guys know, those two are my two mains. Like, and in the Survivor, Cheryl is my number one main, and in the Killers, the Pyramid Head is my number one main. No one will ever beat them, and I truly think no one will ever beat them. Truly, I'm not even kidding. And then Tuesday or Thursday, whatever. Tuesday, and in French, mardi. For French people too, for those who don't understand, sorry, I speak like so sorry for that. For those who don't understand and speak French, and this is gonna be a very long video, so uncut, nothing, so bear with me, okay? So here's the thing about Silent Hill. So I think Silent Hill is fucking great. I truly think that. But the ones that I love the most are Silent Hill 1 and 3. The reason for this is because Silent Hill 2 went on a different route, I guess you could say. So Silent Hill 2 was like, I guess you could say, they tried something different, which is fucking great, okay? Don't get me wrong. But the reason I say the original is the only one that's gonna be a masterpiece, and the remake will be not bad, but not good also. Is because of this. There's only one way you can make an impact on like the world with a game, and it's like that one specific impression. And there's also the fact that why didn't they remake, which, just so you guys know, that was my first fucking thoughts, okay? When I saw Silent Hill 2, and that was the very, very first thought I had, was Silent Hill 2 remake. Okay, What about the first one? And fun fact, the guy that was speaking in the video said it's funny that they can't even like remake the first one, just like Capcom can't remake the very first Resident Evil. It's funny because Resident Evil Capcom did the same thing. It's funny, isn't it? Because Capcom did the same damn thing with Resident Evil. Instead of going to the very, very, very first, where the routes took place, where the virus, the G virus, T virus, anything all in one place. I think it was the T virus though back then. It, they decided to remake the second one. They started remaking the second, the third, and then the fourth. Now we're at the fourth. Well, sorry. Second, third were remade, and then eight got out, and then it was the fourth one. Correct me if I'm wrong though. And this is where I think I've heard some things about like Konami, which are the creator. I think it's Konami. Well, apparently they're scared about remaking the first one. Brother, this is the story about Harry Mason, aka the father of Cheryl Mason, or Heather as they call her. That was her alibi, because her father. So if you guys don't know the story about the first one, it's basically Harry Mason and his daughter going to Silent. Well, they were going on a ride and everything and blah blah blah, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, um, they stumble onto this city, and that's where the story begins, where he has to find his daughter because he lost her, and then he starts to realize, holy shit, that's where are we? And that's when he realizes, this whole damn thing, that he's in the city of monsters, or not really, not a city of monsters, but a city that take your biggest fears and transform them into monsters. Yeah, that's a better idea. Yeah, it's a better way to put it. And then after all the events of the first one, where he saved his daughter and everything, he trains her, which leads us. Well, when I say train her, he trains her to fight, to defend herself, to literally everything. She tries to be there as much as he can. And then in the third game, Harry dies. Yes, ladies and gents, spoiler alert, by the way. Fuck, I should have said that before, but whatever. He dies. And Heather, aka Cheryl, needs to find the very woman, which is, if you've seen the movies, which don't take it from the movies were great, but not that great. You remember the woman with no eyebrow? Yeah, that girl is the one you need to. Yeah, apparently she's the chosen one. She says you need to come to Silent Hill, blah blah blah. To if you want revenge, good. That's what you need. You need revenge, so that you can kill me. But does she? And so she goes on to Silent Hill. Cheryl Mason goes to Silent Hill to kill this mysterious woman that seemed so. Why did she kill her father? Why? And so this is a beautiful story where I think everyone should play. In my opinion, that is me, but if you only want the best part, I think Silent Hill 1 and 3 are the only two. Well, I call Silent Hill 3 the second game, because Silent Hill 2 is like a game of its own. It's a different game in my opinion, which I think is great, but I don't know, I feel like Silent Hill 2, that's me of course, had the story is all about sin, depression, and trauma. Silent Hill in general is about that. But in the second game, it's about mostly sin. What James Sunderland has done. Which it all comes down to one thing, which is basically that he has to accept that she is dead. And you can't do anything to bring her back. That, and the fact that he wanted her to fucking die. Because he does say it in one of the endings where he says, yes, I wanted you to fucking die. And I'm very sorry for that. I truly am. Which, the game was absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. It literally beats in so many ways Resident Evil. Because it's a horror genre, yes. But not just a horror genre. No, to me it's like a masterpiece. A masterpiece that was created in 2001 because that's the release date for Silent Hill 2. And yeah, it was great. Now, I don't understand why they're releasing just the same way. I don't understand why they're releasing or remaking the second one instead of the first one, when clearly they could have remade the first one. Dude, the first one is probably one of the best fucking Silent Hill. The experience. The horror story that no one has ever played. Or if they ever wanted to, they won't be able to because the game is not on Steam. The only way to get it is if you play on PS2 or PS1, which I don't think any of you will buy a fucking PS1 or 2 to just play that game, right? So that's when we go to emulators, which is really great and all, but that's, yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So the reason Silent Hill 2, in my opinion, will fail is because the game's graphics is great and all, but that's not the problem. The problem is, if you look at the shadows and everything, you can already see, like when he looks in the mirror and everything, you can see that he's depressed. He is. And the main game, you can see it because the impression was, oh, maybe he's just tired and everything. And that's what they wanted to give, which I think was so much greater than just... But no, this time they gave him... And it's not just that, it's the ambience. The ambience, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the graphics are garbage. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But the graphics back in the day were so great. It had this... I don't know, this beauty to it, where it made everything so creepy yet beautiful. You know, it's, and in the next new game, which is, it's beautiful with all the graphics, but I don't know, I feel like it's, why didn't you make the first one? A lot of people, including myself, have asked the first Silent Hills remake, not the second one, the first game. The reason for it is when you start a story, you start at the beginning, not in the middle. But as I've said, Silent Hill 2 is a story of its own. It's not in any way, shape or form related to Silent Hill 1, which is probably one of the few reasons why they did it. But there's also the fact that I don't remember exactly what it was. I haven't watched the whole video. I just made it on a whim, but it's just, I feel like Silent Hill should have been ported to Steam, honestly. And I think Silent Hill 1 should have been remade instead of the second one. Because I think to start a better, if you want to get more viewers to the world of Silent Hill, best way to do it is to start where it all began, just like Resident Evil 0 when they made the remake. But it's not really a remake. Let's be honest, right? You get my point. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like Silent Hill 2 should just have been after the third remake. You know what I mean? Because technically, the second game is Silent Hill 3 with Cheryl Mason, which, trust me, the voice acting in this shit, dude, I have never seen such beautiful voice acting. Like, the voice acting is wacky from time to time, in Silent Hill 3 I'm speaking of, but like, brother, the acting can be so much great. Like, whoever made Cheryl's voice actress, 10 out of 10 in my opinion. No, even better than that. Fucking 100 out of 10. For real. And in Silent Hill 1, it was the story about her father. How he came to the city. How Alessa's story came to be and everything and blah 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 blah. You know? So, I'm just saying, but before you make the remake of the second one, how about you make the remake of the first one? Because that, my friend, is where everything started. And I know it's just a game that tries to copy everything else, but Dead by Daylight, sorry, Dead by Daylight, that too, is something I will never understand. They took Silent Hill 2's skins, but not from the first one though. What about Harry Mason? I definitely would have played that guy. James Sutherland, don't get me wrong, okay? I don't want to be an asshole, but I couldn't give two shits about that guy, honestly. Maria, the only reason I bought her skin is because, well, one, she's pretty, and two, it actually fits the team. No offense, but James Sunderland is... a lot of people will hate me for this, but I'm ready to take down the hits. Is a little bitch. That's what he is. He's a bitch, okay? But at the same time, he's a great character. He's a bitch, but he's a great character. The reason I say this is because I don't understand why Harry was not implemented into the game. It's the same way, like, it's like someone said, came up and said, Jack, you guys remember Jack, right? The whole Jack and Daxter series. It's like someone said, instead of making the first game, we'll make the third game. Yeah, that sounds cool. All right, so like they make the third game and then go backwards. You know, it doesn't match up, dude. It's like someone made Jag Tree and you're like, what the fuck? Are we supposed to know the story? And you're like, yeah. Oh wait, we forgot to give you the second game. I'm sorry. And you're like, no, you forgot to give us the whole game, which is the first and the second. And you're like, oh, silly me. Well, I guess you're stuck with that game, you know? It's that kind of way, I think. And I think that's not okay. Obviously, let's be honest. That's not what they did, but yeah, I get my point. They skip a game. I don't understand why they do that. Why skip a game when literally at that point just don't make the game and we'll all be fine with it. It's like it's better than that than you just remake the second instead of you know what I mean. It's just I don't know, dude. It's so annoying when companies do that. Konami, seriously, you should just make this first one. And then I hear about this new Silent Hill game that's coming up in 2024 or some shit. I don't know, dude. It's called Ascension. I got really scared when I saw this because no offense to whoever is working on that shit, but that shit looks like I think a lot of people will agree on it with me, but that shit looks absolutely garbage. I have never seen a Silent Hill that looks that garbage before, except Homecoming, which a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people don't even think it's a great Silent Hill game, but whatever. I still think it's a Silent Hill that should be implemented, but like, a lot of people will be like, oh no, but I stay away. That's what I do. I try to stay away from no. But anyway, so yeah, that is my thoughts on the Silent Hill 2. I think they should have started with the first one, not the second one, because I think they would have made a better hit with the first one and the third one than the second. Because the first one's story is it's so great. And I'll also give another example of in the movies, right? And I know the movies can be controversial because it can be good or bad. Some people liked it, some other didn't. But in the first Silent Hill movie in 2005, I think they made the very first movie called literally just Silent Hill. And it was a mother. She went to Silent Hill for some shit, I don't remember. Um, if I remember correctly, oh man, I don't even remember. Fuck. She went to Silent Hill for something. I think it was for her daughter. And when she got there, she entered Silent Hill. And the whole plot of the movie was to save her daughter, aka Cheryl Mason, which the plot was based off Silent Hill 1. It said instead of being Harry, which it should have been Harry in the movies, but whatever. It was a girl, a mother, searching for her daughter, right? And then in the second one, which it was basically Silent Hill 3, reference to Silent Hill 3, except they changed a lot of things, which was really weird. But what they didn't change is the villain, which was basically the girl with no eyebrows that kills basically Harry. Except it wasn't. Was it Harry? I think they did kill. Because if I remember correctly, her father dies. Yeah, just the same way as the third game. Yeah, and so that's where. That's all spoilers, by the way. Oh fuck. But for those who haven't played the game, anyway, we're definitely gonna play that game. Fuck, I need to play 1 and 3. Yeah, no offense, people, but no thank you for the third one. The second one. I just feel like nope, because it's good. Don't get me wrong. For those who really want to try the second one out, go for it. But I'm more of a Silent Hill 1 and 3 fan. I love Cheryl. Cheryl's the best girl, literally. That's me, in my opinion, of course, but whatever. But yeah, so that is the gist of it, pretty much. I've talked about pretty much what I could talk. Do I still hope they will make the second one? Yeah, of course, because I want to play it. But I mean, let's be honest here. I'd rather have Silent Hill 1 remake, the port. I don't know. I don't care. Than literally a remake, because remakes nowadays, if you look carefully, boys and gals, if you look at games aren't what they used to be. A good example is literally Overwatch 2, where companies became greedy as hell. And as unfortunate as it is, I've talked about it in my Overwatch 2 videos. But yeah. Overwatch 2, and I will still say it again. No, sorry, Blizzard in general is dead. The company they used to be is dead. And as much as you think, oh, but like, Blizzard will make a good game, or they'll fix Overwatch. There is no fixing any of their game. The only game that's probably worth fixing is World of Warcraft, which, then again, Kobe Bobby Kotick rather have those paychecks from Blizzard's higher ups, um, rather than trying to help the sexually harassed victims. You know, I'm just saying. He's a fucking even worse than a pedophile. That guy, honestly. But let's keep this between you and me, right? So he'd rather have the paycheck than have the to help people, female, you know, because that's Blizzard. What Blizzard do now, I guess. Anyway, we're going off the road. Sorry. But like Overwatch 2 is a good example of games that failed. But then again, that's Overwatch 2. Diablo 4 is a good example too. Yes, at the beginning it was succeeding, but now it's failing because there are so many things that they didn't implement. Diablo Immortal, damn, that shit was crazy. 25k, remember you guys? 25k that you had to pay? Sorry, was it 100? Yeah, it was 100 to max out your character. And then there was the remake of Resident Evil 3, which that is... Oh my god, so many people hated that remake. I don't... They said that some boss were like... There was some boss were missing from the game. Okay, yes, but you gotta understand something. When a remake is... They remake the whole game, alright? The whole game. A remaster is... They just take the original game and make it better. So they remade the game in their own image, keeping what was in Resident Evil 3. I don't understand why people hate on Resident Evil 3 when truly the game director is the one who makes the call and the company does. So you should shut the fuck up. But then again, I understand your concern and all that shit. I would have loved to play these different bosses because I haven't played them like the Clockwork, I think. But you gotta understand one thing, and that is Resident Evil 3, in my opinion, is still the remake and is still a great fucking game. I've played it so many times, and I can tell you definitely that the game is absolutely great. It is. But yes, it has its flaws. And for those who says Resident Evil is too short as a game, I'ma beat your sorry ass because that just means you don't know what Resident Evil is all about. It was supposed to be short, boy. Boy, I'ma whoop your ass. That's what I want to say right now. But anyway, so that is what I truly think. Hopefully you will leave a like and subscribe. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts, you know, on Silent Hill 2 Remake. I think... I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. What I am saying is they should start by the first one. But then again, there's a lot of things we don't know behind the scenes, so... I mean, a lot. But it's still... you should try to... If you can't make it happen, just don't make it happen. Just port the game instead. I've seen a lot of people say that, and that's just the truth. You can just port the game instead, the first, the second, and the third, instead of just remaking it, because people don't care about remake anymore. Like Resident Evil, okay, fine, because it's a whole series of like 8 fucking games, okay? But like Silent Hill, it's like 3. Okay, there's like multiple others, but I haven't played these guys because they're too wacky for me. And also, it doesn't even follow the story, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Like I said, I like to be corrected, so... If I'm wrong, then whatever. I'll apologize in the next video, or stream. But yeah, no, the point is... Silent Hill 3 main games... If... The only thing the people want and I keep hearing it over and over, and even in my chat and on the stream. They want a port. They want a port. If you're gonna remake a game, do it right, or start by the first one. But do not, otherwise just don't do it, because it's like asking, like, hey, can we get a pizza and you give them a fucking car? It's like, dude, that's not what I asked, but okay. Like, and I don't mean like the fucking Lamborghini. I'm talking about the 1980s Civic, where it's like almost broken down to the point where when you're gonna enter the car, you're probably gonna get sucked into the abyss because the car is that bad. Yeah, that bad. It's like it's like asking that. So that's not what we're asking. We're asking one simple thing. Port it to Steam. Is it that hard? Then again, you can always go for emulation. There's also that, so whatever. But it's just not the same emulations and Steam games, you know. Because at least on Steam, you'll have everything. So. But hey, who am I to shit on everyone, right? I'm just a guy speaking his mind. That is all. So you do whatever you want to do with that information, in my opinion. But that was me just speaking my thoughts on new Silent Hill 2 remake, because I think, don't get me wrong, it's gonna be great, but I still think I really wanted to reimagine or relive the story of the very first one, because I think the first one is what started everything, what made it so beautiful, you know, what made it special, what made Silent Hill, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, 32 minutes. Hope you guys liked my this video. Hopefully, please share it. It'd be nice to know your thoughts, what you guys think, or that should happen, and what truly I think should have happened instead of just the second one, like a report, or just, you know, they do a backflip and then like 360 no scope and then boom, like all the Silent Hill are all about to get remake. I'm just kidding, fucking kidding, okay? Although that would have been fucking us. That would have been fucking sick if they came out and said. So yeah, we're basically remaking the first, the second, the third, and many of the others. Because like I said, I didn't play the rest. I just played the third. I just watched. Sorry, the first, the second, and third, because the rest was all. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep that part for myself before triggering the whole Silent Hill community. But yeah, no, that's it. I'm Nick C, and I hope you liked it, this video. Like I said, leave your thoughts in the comments. I am very open-minded, a very open-minded person, and yeah, we will see each other in the next stream tomorrow. Do not miss it. It's tomorrow morning. I will be streaming Resident Evil 0 and maybe talking about Silent Hill. And maybe even trying to install Silent Hill. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm kidding. But I'm not kidding about the Silent Hill part though. But yeah, no. So that's it. I'm Nixie and I hope you loved my video, and we will see you in the next stream tomorrow. Please leave a like and a comment and dude, I'm so fucking bad at this shit. Leave a like and comment and subscribe, I guess, if you want. Don't have to, just you know, whatever. Alright, I'm Nixie, signing off. Peace.